والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Today indeed we are in the first Jum'ah of the month of Ramadan. And this is indeed a blessing from Allah the Mighty that we are alive to be able to participate in such a beautiful ritual ibadah that Allah Azza wa Jalla the Mighty have made it a beautiful ibadah. There are those who have not made it to the month of Ramadan. Every almost day we participate in a janazah or we hear an announcement about someone leaving this dunya. And Allah have, from His rahmah, made it possible for us to stay alive. And Alhamdulillah, we are living in a blessed location and time where we're able to make it to the masajid. This is by itself is a big rahmah from the mighty Allah Azza wa Jalla, because there are those who do not have the same luxury that we do have by being able to safely hop into our cars and drive with our children and come to the masjid and sit in the comfort of the carpet, the heat, everything, and to be able to fast after we have banked enough food in our tummy in the night before. And we had, alhamdulillah, had beautiful iftars so far from the beginning of Ramadan, because we felt that we have fasted for this number of hours, and we need to congratulate ourselves with this achievement. Therefore, the Ramadan, alhamdulillah, dinners are outstanding by all the standards, because we want to make sure, and at the same time we want to make sure our children are comfortable, happy, they're conditioned to like Ramadan. Yes, we ask you to observe fasting, and at the end of the day, here's a nice treat for you to make you feel the beauty of Ramadan. This is all beautiful. What's not so beautiful is the sad fact that our brothers and sisters in Palestine, more specifically in Gaza, do not have all the luxury we were talking about. They do not have the luxury of being able to come safely to the masjid for salah, knowing that if they make it to the masjid, there's high chances and possibility that the masjid will be bombarded. Knowing that it happened in the past when they congregate and make a long distance walk and wait for many hours in line for waiting for the supplies, the trucks of supplies for the basics. We're talking about flour. They know that there's very high chance that they will be bombarded. And this is not something where we say that as to provoke our emotions. This is a fact. It happened not too long ago, and it happened yesterday, and continued to happen deliberately. Deliberately, because the army that is bombarding them know exactly the location of the trucks will be stopping for distributing this supplies. And the international organizations, humanitarian organizations, have called this tragedy as the Flower Massacre. This is how tragic the situation is. You're being subjugated to starvation. The people of Gaza has been living in siege for the past 17 years. And for the past 5 months, with the collaboration of the superpowers of Earth, not only they have been subjugated to bombs, to most sophisticated rockets, the most advanced state-of-the-art weapons that has been used in Gaza, in collaborations with the most powerful nations who are fighting by supplying the weapons and supplying the intelligence and being on the ground. against those civilians, the children, the elders, the women. Not only that, they know for a fact that there are civilians who come to collect very basic need of living, which is flour, and they're being killed. They're being massacred. This is called a genocide. This is called cleansing to certain group from their own land. This is unheard of in the modern society, and in the nowadays we're talking about advancement of technology, we're talking about civilization, we're talking about moral principles. Yet we're seeing the international community leadership keeping blind-eyed and being complicit indirectly and directly with this genocide that is taking place against the people of Gaza. That's a fact. We need to be aware of it. Yes, indeed, we're in the month of Ramadan. Yes, indeed, we're trying to condition our children to feel good about the month of Ramadan. But at the same time, we need to understand that Ramadan is not about abstaining from food and drink for a certain time, and then after that, indulge into binge eating to make up what you have lost from the hours of fasting. That's not what the purpose of Ramadan. The purpose of Ramadan not only to come to the masjid with the comfort that we have in our masajid, walillahi alhamd, and just stand up behind the imam and listen to recitation of the Quran and then go home, and that's about it. That's not the purpose of it. The purpose of Ramadan as a blessed time, which Allah Azza wa Jalla have chosen to be the time in which the Quran was revealed, in which Allah Azza wa Jalla have chosen it to be the time of fasting, because fasting by itself is an honorable ibadah. It's chosen for an honorable time, which is the month of Ramadan. The whole idea is to allow us to achieve the taqwa. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. And what is taqwa? If we're sitting in the corner of our homes or the corner of the masajid and not being aware of what's happening to the Muslim ummah. What's the population of Gaza? Less than 2 million. What's the population of the Muslim ummah on earth? About 2 billion. What's the geographical space of Gaza? Very tiny. Less than the size of the city of Brampton or Mississauga. Where is Gaza? It's in the heart of the Muslim Ummah, where Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa is, the first qibla of Islam, the third shrine of the Ummah, where the Prophet ﷺ made his trip at night to pray, leading all the prophets of Allah Azza wa Jal, and from there was taken to the sky. Yet, with all these facts, a bottle of water was not able to make its way to the people of Gaza. We hear now about attempt from superpowers to drop from the air supplies for the people of Gaza. Well, excuse me. This is called fooling of people who have a bit of intelligence. You cannot fool us with this. This is not how it should be. The borders should be, you are the one who's supplying weapons in mass to one side, and in little amount with drops giving supplies of food, of necessities, and of living for people. Well, you are the one who have the upper hand. Stop the genocide. Open the borders. Stop the hunger. Stop the starvation. That's what it is. Today, and I hope that we will be acting seriously in this Ramadan, because it's different than any Ramadan we have lived in our life. Today we want to show Allah Azza wa Jalla that we are serious about our claim being Muslimin. مَنْ لَمْ يَهْتَمْ بِأَمْرِ الْمُسْلِمِينَ فَلَيْسَ مِنْهُمْ. Who does not care about the affairs of the Muslims, not one of them. The Prophet ﷺ said, لَيْسَ مِنِّي, not from me. مَا آمَنَ بِي, does not believe in me. مَنْ بَاتَ شَبْعَانٍ وَجَاءُهُ جَوْعَانٍ وَهُوَ يَعْلَمُ. The one who sleeps with full tummy, with difficulty to digest, knowing that his neighbor is sleeping hungry, and he's aware of it. Who of us does not know that people of us are living in starvation for the past 5 months and the past 17 years? All of us are aware of that. There's no excuse. No excuse. Today, inshallah, after Salat al-Jum'ah, I know that brothers from IDRF will be here today. We want to show them. And by the way, I know the borders are closed, and all the details, all these things that come and know how we're going to be donating when the borders are not open. This organization, I closely monitored what they're doing. They deal with local suppliers inside. There are 2 projects that I'm trying to help them with. Number 1 is Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa Iftar. You heard of Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa? I hope that we continue to have Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa in our hearts. Brothers and sisters, this is Aqidah. This is Aqidah. Do not forget the Masjid Al-Aqsa. Do not forget it. The Prophet ﷺ said, أَلَا أُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِأَفْضَلِ مِنْ لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ. Shall I inform you about what is better than Laylatul Qadr? حارس يحرس في أرض خوف لعله لا يرجع إلى أهله أبدا. A person stands in guard in a place where he feared he might not be able to go back again to his own family. This is exactly how the people, the Mu'takif al Masjid al-Aqsa, they go with that intention. I might not be able to make it back again because of the restrictions, because of what is happening and surrounding al-Masjid al-Aqsa. So contribute to their iftar to get rewards better than Laylatul Qadr, خير من ألف شهر. And we want also to support the people of Gaza, because the Prophet ﷺ, قيام ساعة ساعة في سبيل الله, standing in the path of Allah is 1 hour. 1 hour in the path of Allah is similar to what the people, the children of Gaza, the women of Gaza, the elders of Gaza, under the bombs, under the siege, under all those circumstances, 1 hour of their time is better than doing Laylatul Qadr, i'tikaf, not in any masjid, in front of the Hajar al-Aswad. Anyone is able to make it to Al-Hajar al-Aswad? Lately, no one is able to make it to Al-Hajar al-Aswad. Imagine yourself that you have a VP permission for Laylatul Qadr, knowing exactly when Laylatul Qadr is, standing in front of the Hajar al-Aswad and doing qiyam the whole night. What reward they will be getting from that is not even equal to 1 hour from the people of Gaza for what they are going through. Support them today. Give from what Allah has given to you, knowing that Allah is going to be giving you in multiple folds of return. And this, inshallah, will be defeating the hypocrisy. أنفقوا من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول ربي لولا أخرتني فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين. This is came in the chapter that calls Al-Munafiqun, to say that Allah is telling us to defeat your hypocrisy, give it the path of Allah. I pray to Allah Almighty that He will enable us as an ummah to wake up, to unite, and to stand in solidarity for each other, and to stand for justice for those who are being treated unjustly all over the globe. Not only the Muslims, all over the globe, for those who are unjustly being treated. Because this is our mission. This is what we believe in. كونوا قوامين لله شهداء. May Allah accept from us. Allahumma jazakum Allah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أشهد أن لا